Hi, I'm Marcus Bronzy and this is Tech Time, the show where we take time to look at some tech. Coming up on today's show, we'll be looking at headphones. Actually, we've got a VT for this. Can someone run the VT, please?
What VT?
The VT!
On today's show, we'll be testing gloves. Not just any type of gloves, touch tip gloves. Gloves for your touchscreen phones. And we'll be asking Lady Likes and Smiler to help us. And if that's not enough, we'll be giving you the opportunity to get your hands on a pair as well. But first, has this ever happened to you?
Shopping done, ready for my day. Yo, alright. Hey, Kim K, yeah, what you smell? Oh, can you? I'm ready, okay. These gloves, I can't answer the phone. I better get these gloves off. Oh, my eggs, man! I better answer this quick, man. It's my time, swag voice. Hello? God's sake!
Anyway, believe it or not, there are some gloves out there that are designed to use with your touchscreen phone. And I've been freezing off one hand texting every winter never knowing that these bad boys were available. Touchscreen gloves have been around since as early as 2005. However, with the release of the iPhone in 07, they have had a resurge in sales. Now, her name might sound like an action on Facebook, but this girl has been working her arse off making some great music. Lady Likes has performed with Method Man, Redman, and been selected as a BBC introducing artist. But in 2013, she's releasing her brand new single, I Love My Butt. And by looking at hers, I might just have to, just try to the
Man.
What? I was just trying to see who you were messaging.
Personal, private.
All right, okay. But you did say you're going to help me with the Tech Time Challenge.
Yeah.
So you need to send a text with these pairs of gloves and see which one you can send the fastest text with.
All right, then.
But I suppose I kind of need to tell you what you need to say, right?
Yeah.
Don't tell your mum your lotions. No.
All right. Say no more.
All right, cool. Yeah. Ready to go.
So for our first challenge, we asked Lady Likes to take part in our Tech Time Text Type-Off. Try saying that with a stutter. Jeez. After a heated debate, my producers decided that we had to go for something a little bit more sensible. So the message production made Lady Likes type in the end was, hey babes, how are you? Wanna go cinema? Mwah. Who texts us like that? Without any gloves on, the lovely Lady Likes managed to clock up a respectable 18 seconds. So let's see how the first pair of gloves compare. First up are the touch tip gloves from Mobile Fun. As the name suggests, they're cheap and cheerful, and they don't claim to be the best, but if they are, they'll be a bargain. So from the start, Lady Likes seems to be a little bit frustrated with this pair. The large touchpads are unfortunately doing a bit of a Homer Simpson, punching more than one key at a time. These really aren't doing the job. She's got a hot guy to text back and go to the cinema with. And despite her efforts, they come in at a very disappointing 1 minute and 17 seconds. Next up are our middle of the road pair, the Smart Touch gloves from Totes. Boasting all the warmth and comfort you could expect from Totes, these guys also have adjustable wrist straps and contoured touch tips. That should make texting in the cold a breeze. Lady Likes seems to be looking a little bit more happier with this pair. Those contour tips seem to be a bit more accurate than the Mobile Fun lot. So ignoring those spelling mistakes, the Totes clocked in a much improved time of 58 seconds flat. Lady Likes likes. Finally, we are testing the E-tips from North Face. Yeah, they're the priciest of the pairs, but in all fairness, they look the most swaggerlicious. However, they only have 2 touch tips per glove, which means you'll miss out on 3 finger gestures on your phone. Yeah, they exist too. So the gloves are on, and she's off. Looks like the bigger pads on the E-tips are providing a very accurate type experience. Look at the concentration on likes. We might be onto a winner here. And in a time of 47 seconds, we have a winner. The E-tips by North Face. Blah.
So big thanks to Lady Likes for helping us find out which pair of gloves were the fastest to text with. In first place came the North Face, and in last came our bargain buys. But as you can see, it's pretty cold outside. So it's only right that we test out which pair of gloves keep your hands the warmest by dipping my hands in liquid nitrogen. dipping my hands in liquid nitrogen until one of them falls off. Whew. So for our next test, what we actually did was each of the cast and crew tried out the pairs of gloves and discussed which were the warmest. Turns out the totes came first, North Face came second, and our bargain buy came last again. Let's see if they can pick up some points in our next nimble fingered challenge. Liquid nitrogen, come on, bro, this is a proper show out here. We're supposed to be sorting about technology and stuff like that.
Liquid nitrogen? Anyway, to help us test out which pair of gloves were the most nimble, we had a little bit of help from South London's Smiler. Smiler made his mark in 2012 with his first mixtape, All I Know. He went on a tour of the UK supporting Professor Green, who also features on his flagship single, Top of the World. Yeah, this guy's more than just a cheeky grin.
So yeah, anyway, it's time for us to test out these gloves and find out which pair of these are the most nimble.
Okay.
Have you ever been out and about and dropped your change on the floor?
Yeah, of course.
Hard to pick up, right?
It is.
So let's see how hard it is to pick up change with a pair of these gloves on.
What, any particular method I can...
No scraping, no tipping, no scooping. It's sort of 1 coin at a time.
One at a time, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay,
and let's see how quick you can pick up 20 coins with each pair of gloves.
Right, let's do
Is
it.
that cool?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
Cool.
So we asked Smiler to take part in our final challenge, the Tech Time penny pickups. So our bargain buyers seem to have a lot of ground to make up on and are pretty quick off the mark. Their basic design without lining mean that he's effortlessly putting those away. Wait a minute. Picking up 1 coin from on top of the other? That's cheating. I will let him off. The mobile phone gloves have come in at a rather nimble 42 seconds. Right. Now it's time for the title showdown. With the North Face and the totes at equal footing at the top of the table, it's time to see which pair of gloves can take the Tech Time title. Let's go. Looks like the totes are off to a good start, but the North Face are struggling to keep up because of their large touch tips. Pause. Are we still talking about gloves? Which are great for texting, but not so much for picking up coins. Dragon? There you go. Meanwhile, the grippier totes are breezing through the final challenge, and it looks like they're going to be speeding their way to the first ever Tech Time title. Final times are totes come in at a speedy 33 seconds, and the North Face come in at a 1 minute and 10 seconds. Better off trying chip and pin with those next time, mate.
So, looks like the best all-rounders are the totes. But if you're like me and you're always losing your gloves, probably best you get a pair of our bargain buys. If you want to look extra good and make sure you can send those texts on time, the North Faces are the ones for you. That's it for today's episode of Tech Time. But don't go anywhere, because if you fancy winning a pair of all 3 of these so you can test them out yourself, we've got a competition just for you.